many people heard about this? You guys think that this is a dog whistle right here? If you guys think that this is a dog whistle, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think that it's a dog whistle, give me a thumbs down. Ron DeSantis says, you loot, we'll shoot. Now, you know, black people ain't going around just looking to loot, but we all know that when conservatives make comments like this is a comment emboldened for white people to play target practice with black people. This is the call for a purge. We know that, right? So if I was black and I was in Florida, I would make sure that I have my power tools. Because if you come to my house being racist, my Second Amendment shotgun might give you a facelift. You know what I'm saying? See, we can do that too. And ours sounds better. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, when responding to Hurricane Ian last year, he remarked that he had seen a sign with the law and order message. All right. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Wednesday afternoon reissued a pointed warning to pillagers reportedly making rounds in areas devastated by Hurricane. How do you say this? Idalia? You loot, we shoot. So again, remember, make sure you got your power tools. You want to be racist, you'll need a facelift. We got a nice little cliche too. You know what I'm saying? We can put it on social media. Your face will be on the floor off your skull looking like scrambled eggs. People have a right to defend their property. This is part of Florida. You got a lot of advocates and proponents of the Second Amendment, DeSantis said during an afternoon press conference. You never know what's behind that door if you break into somebody's house. And if you're going to try to loot, these are the people that are going to be able to defend themselves and their family, the governor added, which I find interesting because when it comes to clear-cut self-defense cases in Florida, like when raging white people attack black employees at Dunkin' Donuts and the black person doesn't even need a gun because they have normal human musculature and can fatally defend themselves with their fists, somehow those people end up in jail. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about right there? Shout out to my man Izzy. What's good with it, bro? So now here it says, we're going to hold you accountable from a law enforcement perspective at a minimum. And it could even be worse than that, depending on what's behind that door. When responding to the deadly Hurricane Ian, which hit Florida in September of 2022 and left more than 140 people dead, the governor remarked that he had seen a sign that displayed "You loot, we shoot" line, raising it as a message of law and order during a period of storm-driven chaos. He also made the comments days after a racially motivated mass shooting in Jacksonville left 3 black residents dead. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that Ron DeSantis is trying to embolden his citizens to attack more black people? That's all this is a governor-sanctioned attack. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says DeSantis, who has temporarily paused his presidential campaign to steer Florida's response to Idalia, has hosted several press conferences throughout the day to update the public on the storm's progress. While he has not officially on the campaign trail, manning the storm's response poses a major test for his candidacy, as it thrusts his leadership and decision-making as his state's chief executive under the public spotlight. The storm has knocked out power for hundreds of thousands of people and will likely cost the state millions in damages. Idalia, which made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane on Wednesday morning, exited the Sunshine State around noon and entered southeast Georgia. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you all feel that a candidate that has to pause his campaign to take care of the storm should be president? Doesn't that tell you that this guy doesn't multitask very well? If he's already the president, right? And say, for instance, a natural disaster occurs and then North Korea decides to shoot a nuke at us, is he going to be able to pause dealing with the natural disaster to deal with the nuke? Or are all of those things going to have to go on simultaneously? So if you can't handle multitasking at a state level, and we're dealing with presidents who are damn near 80 years old, and you're a younger guy and you can't handle multitasking on a single state level, I don't know how you plan on being a leader of 50 states if you can't deal with what's going on in one state.